Hey guys, how's it going? I just wanted to talk about what I was talking about while I was playing my last thing in Soul Calibur. This has nothing to do with Soul Calibur, so if you, you can skip this video if not there. I'm gonna put this in my playlist in Soul Calibur only because, actually no, I'm not gonna do that. I forgot what I just said. Anyway, I was talking about in my last Soul Calibur video what kind of games that I actually had physically on my home consoles and portable consoles and whatnot. Also the thing about chocolate, adding brownies. I love brownies. Give me those and I'm good. Anyway, to recap, I said that I like war games like Signoku Basura and Samurai Warriors and Dynasty Warriors. I just went down a list of what you guys know. Okay, and also Gundam Seed. I'm sure everyone knows about Gundam Seed as well. And I said, but I also kind of said what kind of physical games that I had. I had a PS2, an N64, Wii, and a Game Boy Advance SP, and for a short time, PSP. Yeah, those are what I had for that. Now, before I get into that, let me say about Final Fantasy VII. I said when I fought the final boss in that game, I didn't really have much, as other ones said. I was asking people about what I needed to do to beat them, people who already played it, and they kept telling me use these other type of magic that I didn't know what was, because I only had those, because I mainly just played the story. There's mission modes on there, and I mainly just played the story on that. Didn't really care for the missions, and I'm playing the game this time on the emulator. I see that when you play the mission mode, you get a whole bunch of other stuff. It's not even funny. It's just awesome. It makes the game so easier. It's just crazy. Anyway, now that was off, I'm gonna play that soon, one day later on, not now. Anyway, the reason why I got an emulator is not only just play these games, just to play these games, is to get new experiences, and reminisce about games that I used to have played but don't have anymore. Also, what I found out, I still have a few PS2 games, and I can play this on my laptop too. So yeah, that's cool. But yeah, those are real reasons why I get a emulator, and also to play games that I have not played yet on consoles that I already actually own. That is pretty fun to do. For example, this series has a love and hate relationship with me. It's called Persona, which led into Shin Megami Tensei. Shin Megami Tensei Persona, which led into Shin Megami Tensei titles for me. General speaking, spin-off speaking. First of all, but now when I played the Persona games, it was Persona 3. That was the first one that I played on here, was Persona 3, and I liked it. Beginningly, the songs, the atmosphere, the setting, and it was also the first time where it got me into turn-based RPGs. Before then, I only played action RPGs. I only mainly played those. And then I tried to play other RPGs like Final Fantasy. They didn't help, except for the action games that I already had for those titles. And then I found Persona, and it said that yes, I will play turn-based RPGs as well as action RPGs, but I still have not found the game that got me into strategy-based RPGs, except for one which I have not played yet. I also forgot the title, but I found this out recently. This game is coming out soon for the PS3 and PSP for those of you who live out in Japan, and I will ship here to myself so I can play it. It looks awesome. Once I get the title, I will say what it is in the description or whatever. But that game I was looking at it and I was like, oh man, this psyche you're dealing with, and yeah, you can be like a psychic and stuff, use magic and all the other things, but it looked insanely cool. So I'm like, yes. But I don't know if they're gonna ship it here or not. Regardless, I'm gonna get it imported here, buy it, literally buy it, and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, when I find that title, I'll tell you guys about that. Strategy RPGs I haven't really got into until I saw the videos of that game right there. Yeah. Anyway, back to Persona series. I have a love and hate relationship for it. When I played it, it was cool and nice and everything. I already said that. I know I already said that. And I was into the social aspect of it as well. I was into that. But later on, I started to not like it because it wasn't difficult. It was just odd. I made a rant video about the reason why I thought it was odd. Please. You can watch that to laugh. People say that was funny, but that was embarrassing. So, yeah, I'm gonna technically redo that now. When I played that game, there was things that you couldn't do, like getting criticals and stuff. That was fine, and then they go ahead and attack downs and whatnot, but you can hit their weak spot and stuff, and then they automatically go down, and the same thing happens for you. And then that was okay in the beginning. Then I got frustrated with it a lot, and also another reason why action RPGs, you know how in turn-based or whatever, you get charmed, where you get to do the enemy's bidding sometimes. Yeah, in that game I had no real control over it, and my teammates, they couldn't help me out. Another reason why I didn't like it, my teammates couldn't help me out like I wanted them to, and I couldn't control them. That was horrible. Horrible. And the reason why I still like it is because of the concept of it. And a separate video I will tell you why I like it in terms of concept. But yeah, that's the reason why I have a love and hate relationship. I'm over the gameplay. I just don't like the social aspect of it now anymore, because the characters in there to me is stupid. Anyway, yeah. Another game that I found on my own while doing this was Shining Sword? Side Show? No, sorry. I'm gonna have to look in here and see what that game was. Give me a minute. There it is. Shining Force EXA. Yeah, that game. Shining Force EXA. I should have talked about what I play at home. I'll do that later. Anyway, with that game, I liked it. With the story and everything, it was the characters still a bit irritating, but it was still fun to play. It was an action RPG made by Sega a while back. It was pretty fun, but I gotta replay it again because I got stuck with what I think is the very end of the game, where you were playing as these two characters, but then you find out that they had to fight to the death in order to save the world, something like that. I know I just spoiled the game, but some of you probably don't know what it is. I didn't either, so yeah. Anyway, I played that, so I'm gonna play through that again. But that game. It was pretty fun. It was cool. I liked it. Yeah. Another game that I found out on here. What was it? Bloody Roar. Yes. Bloody Roar was another game that I'm saying games that I didn't really know about when I only had a PS2 and didn't have an emulator or whatever. Games that I didn't even know that existed. Yeah, not games that I knew about but never played. I won't say those. Yeah, anyway, Shining Force EX